I'm typing it in.
Thank
Turn
you.
it back up again.
Should see it pop back up again. Should be a new stream.
Okay, so it's a new stream. You have to exit this one and look for the new stream.
Hey, Miss Charmy.
Hi, how are you?
All right, how are you?
Doing all right. Rocky
Good
was
morning,
trying
Miss
to-
Jimmy.
Hi. Apparently, Rocky wanted me to do some reviewing on some videos. The flight mode's changing, apparently.
Yes,
or
it
has
is.
changed. One of the two.
Big time.
Okay, you're up.
Okay.
Is it going back to the old way of doing stuff, or is it?
What they're doing is they're going to get rid of nav mode in the master modes, and they're going to go to quantum boost. And I'm not sure exactly when that's going to happen. Maybe 4.3. Hold on one second, Mr. John. Lost. Okay, so now to answer your question, they're making changes to the thrusters. They're making changes to a lot of different things. They're trying to get the flight model more stable. And right now, thrusters are going to give people a lot of issues inside the hangars and down on the planet. So smaller ships are having problems right now, and they're trying to adjust it. And I do apologize for the drop with the stream, but any other questions you have, Ms. Sharp? I haven't heard your voice. I've been missing you. So what's going on?
No, I was just Rocky was talking about it, and so I had me pulling up videos to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So
When I was in Pyro, in the PTU, it was very difficult to get out of the hangar. Why, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why, and it was very frustrating for a lot of people. There's a big thing on Spectrum right now where people are like, I don't want to even take out a ship. I'll wait till another patch for this to be fixed. And that's how they're feeling. I got in a fighter and it was really kind of hard to control. And just in the hangar to lift off. And this ship, the Asgard, when I was in Pyro, it was like, what in the world is going on? So yeah, there's some issues with the flight model at this point.
I kind of like it, because you imagine being on a flight deck and you got more than one player lifting off. They're going to have to check their area around them, otherwise they're going to be bumping into each other.
Well, I agree. I mean, it's immersive. It's something that people have to think about when they're flying the ship. To, see, if you look at it, if you look at the stream right now, you can see the ship struggling inside the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is where those tractor beams come in handy to latch onto the ship. And then once you control, you can just guide yourself down. Kind of like mooring cables.
I mean, it's not a totally bad thing, but it is kind of daunting when you first get in and stuff like that. So, Miss Charmy, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Not a whole lot, just basically, same old stuff, different day. Just been busy. We're doing some software conversion for work, so I've been busy with that, and my brain's been mush because of it. It's just starting to, and there's a lot to be done, and I get to do the paperwork and the meetings and all the, the headache side of it.
Right.
So.
Hey, say hi to Rocky for us. Just run up to him, pat him on the head. Hiya!
Yeah.
I will. He's not been sleeping too good lately. The dogs have not been very kind to him, so.
I hear that.
Yeah. My
Hope he feels better.
My sleep pattern hasn't been the greatest either. But with the new drop 4.2 and the hotfix, it has gotten much better than the day one launch. The day one launch wasn't bad, but as far as like the new event, I did go down there in the PTU, and I was able to go to the worm and all like that, and it's kind of a massive PvP thing right at this point in time.
I think that's why I've kind of been just because the gameplay for the non-PvPers right now is just not there in comparison.
Yes, a lot of people are not playing because of it, and this new event that's coming out in 4.2.1 is a PvE oriented, so it's it's cargo and cargo recovery and different missions of that nature. So I'm testing this out right now, see what it's like. Okay, objective complete, 102K, which is, yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that, Wastelander. For some reason, I totally dropped that. The stream just dropped. Bandwidth was screwed up. Okay, so the next contract, once you complete that, let's see, do you get more? Oh, okay. Once you do the initial mission, your intro mission, then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you got a resource drive, small ship under attack, ongoing material acquisition. Okay, you've got to go and get. Interesting. Okay, you have to buy. Okay. Large ship under attack. You have to use a fighter for those. Large cargo theft. You have to get the cargo back. Large cargo transport needed. Okay, and that you're going to have to use a large ship for with attractive with the Atlas or something.
A raft.
Yeah, small cargo rescue, medium cargo transport needed. And they're at all the planets. So Microtech, Thurston, Crusader, and Arc. Very nice. So very lucrative. Not sure the rescue you and a company custom crew can handle. Okay. You might find it easy to fly to port pressure above my protection cargo already on board. Okay. So you have to get yourself a heavy duty tractor beam. So definitely they're saying take a Mac with. Interesting. What other questions did you have, Ms. Tommy, about 4.2 Live?
Not a whole lot. I mean, is there much new in comparison to what's?
Oh, there's
like I said, I
few.
haven't been playing because I haven't been.
Yeah, you've been busy, and what you're seeing right now is not your forte. I get it. I can totally understand where you're coming from. Okay, so they did do some changes to, like I say, they have the missions over in Pyro type mission. The Hathor missions are still the same, but not as many people are going to be doing that because, music is going crazy. Sorry about that. Okay, and I apologize for the music. I didn't realize that all the tracks were running. I did some recon on the PTU missions and over in Pyro, and it was so. I mean, I would just go down there, and all of a sudden I'd get wasted, and I just got fed up with it one day, and I said, "Okay, I'm leaving this alone for like a few days until I can go down there and see what's going on." So I did get back down there and was able to get to the worm. I was on there by myself, so I went in there and checked it out. It was a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it, but that's something you need. At least you need a good team, and you just have to watch each other's backs. That's all there is to it. It's a very intensive thing because large orgs are locking the area down and to get the limited rewards, and they're just it's a total takeover, just like Hathor. Same thing. So like I say, Miss Charmy, the new shiny, that's exactly what it is at this point. There are some new suits that can be bought in the game. They're called Sterling suits, and they deal with radiation. So if you go down to Pyro 1 and go to that area, you will need to be protected by that. Let's see, what else? You do have some other things that you have to contend with. Give me one moment. I got to get some of this because I don't have any.
So where do you get the new radiation suits?
That is something that I'm going to look into. I do know that they're available in Pyro, but I don't know if they're available in Stanton. And I'm going to check that now, as a matter of fact. but I need a max lift.
Okay.
First I want the max lift. There we go. Put that in the backpack and then just drop it on and it should be good. Okay, since I'm at Trustler now, I'm going to see if they do have one available. Okay, so we got that. All right. But Miss Charmy, you can tell Rocky that there is a big thing about the flight model in Spectrum right now. Yogi Klatt is trying to explain what's going on and let people know that this is not going to be a permanent thing with the instability, but I couldn't tell you when that's going to change.
So is it kind of like an alpha test thing? Surprise!
Well, they said that they were working on it, and I did notice it in the PTU when I first got in, but I didn't think it was going to be that drastic. Let's see, undersuit, I don't see that. Let's go to, it may not be here. Gonna have to go to Pyro to get it. And you can just go to the station and pick it up, but it doesn't look like it's available here. Nope, not available here, so I can do a mission over that way. Let me go to ArcCorp and go by Pyro Gateway. They may have them there. If not, I'll have to go over to I have to go across and see. And I do apologize for the drop of the stream. I may have to reboot my stuff and get a cleaner signal, but it seems to be holding much better now. New weapons, Miss Charmy. There's a new shotgun in there, and there's been a few weapons that have dropped over time, and those are parallax weapons, bolt weapons, as you know, some of them.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
What else did we see, Everett? That was new for 4.2.
Not much.
They say it's a beefy patch. There was quite a few things that changed, but cargo is still the same. Artec said that the whole sea was running pretty decently. The fighter missions and all like that they've been good. They do have some new ones that are coming out in 4.3. I did notice quite a few changes in some of the flight models. The flight blades are now in the store, and the bomb racks are now in the store, in the in-game stores.
Cool.
So, the bigger the ship, the more expensive they are. A hammerhead flight blade is $1 million just for the flight blade, which is like, wow.
All systems offline. NVIDIA Aerospace. All systems online.
Hey Everett, can you check the sound for me and make sure that I've only got one track running? I had a couple of them going at the same time, and I didn't realize it should be just one now.
Takeoff complete.
I just hear one.
Thank you. Okay, see how inside the hangar, I have to compensate a lot for the thrusters. It shouldn't be that touchy. But it is.
I hit
Hello.
the wrong button. It's
Oh.
me. I hit the wrong button.
No worries.
Morning, Tone.
Howdy.
What's up, Tone?
Hello. What's up, Charmy? Erin, Shadi.
Landing gear. Ready.
Hello.
So what we doing today?
I am in the 4.2 PTU, checking stuff out, and we're running the Snowbirds meeting room. So, Tone, I know you were not happy with that thruster change at all.
Negative, sir.
A lot of people are not happy with that. There's a big Spectrum post about that right now.
I'm the odd man out. I kind of like it.
Well, I took off in my whole C, and it promptly merged with the hangar, and then I lost my whole C immediately. And,
Whoosh.
yeah, because
Sorry to hear about that.
wasn't
Ah.
flyable.
Okay, heading to our
So,
court. So, new missions are coming in 4.2. More of a PvE type style.
Shields
nice.
offline.
About time.
Remember the Save Stanton mission where we had to go to like different ships and try to recover cargo and take them to different places and stuff like that?
Yeah.
But this one is a bit different, and it's not as crazy as Save Stanton was. You do the intro mission, and then you have 9 missions that you can complete, and the first mission is 102k, and the rest of them are kind of lucrative. Just depends on which one you decide to take. So I did one, and there's like 127k, 53k, 58k, 71k, 77k, 101k, 17, 60k, resource ongoing, and a 49k. So you can save a ship, you can recover stolen cargo, large cargo ship under attack, fighters, resource, large cargo theft, which is 157k. So different missions. It's a resource drive. It's kind of an event, but I hope they keep it going. It's just not a one-time or a one-off. That'll make it a bit more lucrative. You know, Quantum is getting much faster. Have you noticed
Yeah,
that?
they sped that up. It's nice.
It's not as long as it used to be. This ship used to take a little bit longer to get to where you were going.
Quantity is at 50%.
But this ship can suck up some quantum. I can tell you that. I may have to go over to Pyro and see if those things are there. They should be.
It would make more sense to be at the Pyro Gateway.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna head there, and the prices for them are not that crazy. It's not a bad price for the Sterling suit. I'm gonna get in Doom later today. After I get done with this, I'm gonna be working on Doom. So, Miss Charmy, have they told you about Doom Awakening?
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen the gameplay that much. It's similar to what Star Citizen in a way.
It's everything Star Citizen needs, but isn't.
It's a great game. I'm not gonna lie.
Awesome.
I enjoy it.
And since Shadow was gracious enough to get a server, we have our own server, which means it's PvE. The open servers are not in most areas.
The open servers at Endgame are just outrageous, from what I hear. People do all that work, and people just
Grief them.
Griefing them. They're just ganking
screw
them.
that.
And I was like, I can't say that I don't like PvP every once in a while, but when it comes to just where you're being constantly griefed, I don't want to deal with that. I did enough of that in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm not doing that anymore.
The good thing is that if you stay still, somebody else is running on the desert to lure the worm away from you.
True. Yep.
But it's a grindy game, Charmy. It's very grindy. It's like, I can't say it's like WoW. I've only played WoW a couple times, but it's a very enjoyable grind because it's rewarding, and that makes a big difference.
It also
From what
makes you
I
want...
have been,
Sorry, go ahead.
the other guild.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about.
Throne and Liberty.
No, the Grumps.
Yeah.
They're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, they I saw a little bit. They were just stopped by and talked to them one day,
Mm-hmm.
and how can I put it? It's a cross between like 7 Days to Die, because you have your survival mode. You got to survive. You got to build. You got to get your, build your this and that and the other. And then, of course, I saw some space stuff involved. So it's sort of that too. And then I know there's factions, which has a lot to do with. It's like a culmination of various different games that they put into one game. But like he's like, here's our base, and I said, y'all built that base that fast, and he kind of snickered. So apparently,
please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Took it from another person.
Okay, that they're playing on a public server.
Yeah.
So I got a server so we can just have our own space, There's like a couple areas where I think it's a PvP. Isn't that one of the ships, Tone?
One of the ships?
Yeah, that one that you went to?
Yep.
And it comes into a PvP zone, I think.
Yep.
And that's the only place that there is any PvP involved. Other than that,
How do you choose your factions?
You have to do missions for either House or Conan or the Atreides, and it depends on what you want to do, and it also depends on what skill set you take. So I have a sword master where Everett is Bene Gesserit and Tone is a Mentat. So our skill sets are totally different, and we have different missions that we have to complete for those characters, for those skills.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity,
Sorry,
we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
Dad joke coming in.
Oh Lord, here it comes.
Let her loose.
When I said that, I meant that.
Oh Lord, that is a bad joke.
Landing complete.
Oh,
Doesn't
hey
stay.
guys, I made last night I crafted a weapons fabricator.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah, you need to, come on, man. There we go. Yeah, under ammunition, you can craft rockets.
Right now, I just, yeah. Incendiary gel.
Yes.
Okay.
I crafted a artisan Jabal spit dart last night. It's the gun with the scope on it.
Yeah.
You can one-shot NPCs from across a canyon.
Got a scope.
Oh, it means business. You can decimate from a distance.
Nice.
Very.
I'm gonna have to borrow your weapon, your fabricator, because I want a long range weapon.
All right, I'll set it to.
I just got to get the parts for it. That's all.
I got parts, bro. I got parts for days. I'm serious. I got. Let me go with my storage.
I got in last night and started doing some stuff, building that base that I'm making, and I'm working on some more stuff in there. But all in all, Miss Charmy, the gameplay of it, I enjoy. I've been enjoying it, and I didn't think I would when I first saw it because it looked cartoony, but that was the beta. And Everett and I were talking about that when they finally put out the pre-launch, right? And I got into it, and it's really good.
It's just making me want Star Citizen to start that base building so we can have the same experience.
Agreed.
All right, guys. I've got 650 flour sand, 504 spice sand.
Jeez.
Over in this other chest, I've got 60 gun parts, 64 knife parts, some welding wire, and some other knickknacks. The one to the right of it, I've got 29 steel, 28 plastic microfiber, bunch of mechanical parts, 30 foam blocks, 32 iron. So I got what you need. All you got to do is come to it.
Okay. Where
It's all set
do you
in
still? Did you? Is that base still? Is that your base over by Anvil or what?
Yeah, this one's right down the way from Anvil. The one that's set up like a T where everything's elevated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus the open, the one I set up for you, the storage I set up for you has vehicle fuel cell in it, a couple of small guns.
Okay.
And yeah, just basic stuff so you can walk up and get what you need right quick and move on.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the new base. gathered resources to build it up right now. I do not see this armor set. I think we're gonna have to get it in Pyro. That's what it looks like.
So, Mr. Army, how did the baseball thing go? Or softball or whatever it was you were playing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I wasn't playing anything.
Well, yeah, but you were coaching, weren't you?
No, Rocky was.
Okay, how did it go?
Ooh,
Oh,
well,
bad.
I
It
mean,
is here.
we won 3 games all season.
Okay. Pyro Gateway. You can buy the Sterling Exploration Backpack. Let's see. Helmet. Helmet should be there as well. 10,000 for the backpack. Rock brush strip.
And Rocky did do his best to try to get, you know, a winning season for these boys, but some of these kids are starting late in the gameplay mode, you might say. How can I put it? They, you know, a lot of them never played, so they were playing against players that have been playing since they were in T-ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Dyer, you're in Dallas on your heading to Oklahoma. You got a convention to go to or something like that? I found the helmet and I found the backpack. I'm looking for the rest of this, but let me try undersuit. Is it under undersuit? Because it's one massive piece. Yep, there it is. Sterling Exploration Suit. Okay, under undersuits at Pyro Gateway, that's where you can get the exploration suit. It may be in other places, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna check out a few more places. That suit is in live, so you can get it before you decide to go to Pyro. Business training till Wednesday? Ah, okay. Well, enjoy that time, man. I know it's work, but... Okay, Everett, I'm at Kasaba. I want to know if this shirt is here. You went AFK.
What shirt is that?
There's a specific shirt that Everett was wearing, and it looked like a Star Trek shirt. It was really cool.
Oh.
It was cool. It looked really cool. I was like,
Nice.
oh.
How much does it cost to play the Dune game?
$50 to start with.
Ouch.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But if I just, I mean, like I say, I got the server because I wanted to be able to enjoy it. And you can go to another server, you just have to start a character all the way from scratch to go to another server if you want to, but you can also keep another character on another server. So it just depends on what you want. Yeah, I went to Checkmate, and that's where I got the suit. No worries, Deplorable. How you doing? Okay, Everett. I found a cool shirt.
Did you find that shirt?
I found a cool
I was
one.
trying
to... No, I haven't found it yet. It's okay. So I'm going to head back to ArcWork and do this mission. Or actually, I'm going to go back to Microtech because that's where I started, and I can check out one of the larger ones, but I would need a fighter and another cargo ship to go along with it, but that will come in time. Let's see. But I can do some of the other missions that go along with it. So, I'm gonna gas up the ship and head back home and do one of the other missions to see how it works.
Welcome to the
Actually,
ASOC
I could
vehicle
probably
retrieval system.
do one of the missions in the Asgard, but
Please visit us again.
the Asgard, I would have to do it long range for the missiles to work. So, Miss Charmy, what other things did you have on your mind that you wanted to ask, or how have you been?
Definitely, that's it. Just same old stuff, different day. Just came by to chat and see how everybody else was. Oh, hold on a second.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
So right now I'm seeing 4.21 to be pretty smooth. Like I say, I've only done the intro mission on the so-called event. I just hope it's not a one-off. It's something that looks like it could possibly keep going, but if they're making it just where it's a global event and it's going to go away like the others, it's going to be a lot of competition involved with it, stuff like that. And from what I gather, they're keeping the sandbox gameplay. They say those aren't going to go away. The Hathor and the Pyro one, those missions are staying. Let's get some go-go juice. But I am going to take the Idris out one more time before it disappears, and that will be tomorrow. And yes, Miss Charmy, I ran the daylights out of that ship.
How hard was it to man?
How hard was it to man?
Yeah.
It wasn't all that hard, but I mean, it's a ship that you need a crew. You have to have whoa.
Minimum of 5.
See what I mean about these thrusters? This where it's like doesn't make sense in the hangar for this to be like this.
You need at least 5 people, Miss Charmy. You got to have a pilot, at least one external flighter pilot, and 3 gunners, 1 in the back, 2 in front. To have any viable say in the matter.
I mean, you could fly the ship and let the PDCs do all the work if you wanted to. If you don't have a pilot weapon, it's just not worth it. It's very difficult. Radium has one, has the K kit, and it's more viable for him to fly the ship by himself because he could. But just saying, you need a crew. And for it to have a really sense of purpose, like Tone was saying, you gotta have a crew.
Gotcha.
Don't get me wrong, it was fun. We had a good time. It's just like Tone was saying, gotta have a crew. And that first day that I took, that I went into, by changing subject, when I went into Dune and was playing around with it, Everett was watching and Tone was in there. Tone was checking it out. And he said, y'all gonna talk me into getting this game. Nobody talked you into it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
CIG said they were taking away the nose gun from the pilot. On the Idris, they might. They might. Quantum speed has greatly increased.
I love the effect for the quantum speed on the Prowler.
Oh, yes. I'm at 50% quantum that quick. From Pyro Gateway to Microtech, and I'm 4 gig away still. It was at 75, and then all of a sudden it went to 50. That's insane. They either need to do that or give the Polaris pilot the torps. Well, the Polaris pilot has missiles. So he does have some defense or offensive capabilities.
Bottom drive is now off.
That was a lot of fuel, just that quick hop.
Guys, I just learned something.
What's up?
You can shoot through shields with the heavy guns.
Yes. Which is a good thing.
Very much so.
Don't want to go to Microtech, want to go to Port Trustler. Get some fuel. Or actually, let's get the mission while I'm here. See what we got. Microtech. Small cargo transport needed. Go to SMO 22. 53K. Medium.
It's still weird. You're talking about missions, and we're seeing the orbit of the planet. Now
Yeah.
you're going into the emissions.
Right. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick this one up. I can get fuel while I'm down there. SMO 22. Okay. Cancel that. Collect shipments. Route to this location.
Thanks for grabbing another contract. Updating the collection order with your contractor ID now. Okay, you are good to go.
Quantum drive is now on.
And like I say, I do apologize for the stream dropping. And having to restart.
No worries. It wasn't your fault.
So, toned, like I say, there is a big spectrum post going on about the thrusters right now.
All right.
So, it is a major concern with a lot of people.
Good.
Yeah, missiles are okay, but they aren't capital hard hitting or anything. If they turn the torp station downstairs to a loader and give the pilot the fire button, makes more sense. I don't know. The interesting, like, why? I wouldn't get a T upgrade for that ship if I have it. Yeah, the torpedo version, but I don't. I'd rather have the K-bird. And the way they fixed the torpedoes and the missiles locking on now, that's another change, Miss Charmy. I forgot to mention. They changed the way torpedoes and missiles lock on, or are actually.
All right.
Okay.
They have to get within a certain range before they arm now, because when Everett was in the Polaris and he was using the torpedoes, one blew up in front of us and he got a crime stat.
And then it did 3 more times. Got 4.
Yeah, and it was like, he's like, how is this happening? And that's what it was.
Yeah, it was the point defense weapons are shooting the torpedoes as soon as they launched.
Idris T is a sniper to finish things off at a distance. Hey, Radium. Okay, let's see. So far, well, this is the first mission, so I can't say. And somebody's taken up pad.
What's that ruffling noise?
My wife's put the trash bag in the trash bag.
Oh. Good morning to your wife.
Everybody said good morning, huh? She said good morning.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this now. I have a feeling there's gonna be some ganking at the facilities to get these some pirating and stuff like that. So if you're doing it, be careful. Trading the gun from the pilot would cause quite a stir of people are just hating, or people are just taking. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of controversy about that. The pilot not having any defensive capabilities or offensive capabilities. Give the Polaris pilot their torque and call it a day, in my opinion. I don't have a problem with just firing the missiles. I mean, to me, I don't have a problem with it. But at least I have something to work with compared to others. Okay, come on. They really need to fix this thing with the elevator. That's annoying. Come on. Somebody just bumped me, or is that the wind? Wow. There's a lot I gotta move. Make the fire station now a loading station or army station. Watching for my tablet.
Go lay down.
And now to set up game glass. Yeah. Go ahead, Miss Charmin. I'm sorry.
I was talking to the dog, telling the dog to go lay down.
Okay, this is gonna be now's the time to carry an Atlas, which I haven't been using my Atlas that much because it was doing a lot of rubber banding, as Everett saw yesterday. What's going on with your Atlas? It was like seriously crazy.
They still haven't fixed that.
It's working, but when I first got in it, it acted up, and I think that was just server related, but it could have been me too, with my system, with my connection. Polaris had the torques on a spitting revolver cylinder, no need for loading, which is true. Yeah, I know you had to move it last night. For some reason, it wouldn't start up for me, and Road Rash had to get in my Atlas to move it. It was really weird. I don't know the situation of why that was happening. So this ship, Miss Charmin, can carry 300 if you break the grid. Or more?
Which ship are you flying? I'm not watching the video right now.
The Asgard.
Huh.
And it's a good ship. I enjoy it. It's 29:55. Wait a minute. It's 29:55. We should have fully remote controlled everything. Shouldn't need a full crew to fire a torpedo or laser load cargo.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, unless the fuse pops at rate to it'll all be by hand. Well,
Well, you have an engineer to fix that, then.
well, I was in Radium's interest. Me and Fire were in there, and what happened was I clipped into the ship, and I accidentally pulled the fuse, and they had no power.
What?
And turns out that I didn't know it, and all of a sudden once we got another fuse in there, we had power. I looked in my backpack, and the fuse was inside my backpack. So I don't know exactly what happened. It was funny though. It was like, wait, what? So, Tone, what other changes? I had a fuse appear on me last night when I was showing pieces around the edges. Yeah, I remember hearing that. So, Tone, what other changes in 4.2 can you give some detail to Miss Charming? I can't think of all the stuff right off the top of my head.
They changed the mining. They cut down the mining times tremendously, like by 75%. When I was mining in 4.10, I was literally having 100-hour turnaround times on getting stuff refined.
And the local, you can put them in the local.
Yes. So you don't have to have a ship in the area in order to get your stuff out now, which is really nice.
Yeah, but that's only good, isn't it? And if
Yeah.
if you're selling like in that zone, right?
No, what you do is if you're in an area that will allow you to sell it to their inventory, you can, yes. But if you're not, you put it on the amount your ship will hold and go from there.
Okay.
So they did make it much nicer as far as that goes.
Well, they should have done that
A long time ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I think that had to deal with the cargo refactor.
Yeah, agreed.
I have to say the quantum in this PTU is working a whole lot better than it was. Quantum in 4.2, I mean, it's good, but it's still got its little issues. What I don't like is stuff overlapping, and it kind of gets confusing when you're trying to set up a thing, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's not consistent, but it is better than what we had before. The new star map is 100 times better than what we had before. There's still a bit too much clutter if you're not going to tracking a specific point, but
Good thing there's a lot of debris in space for all the damaged ships and whatnot.
right. What was it, the other day we were coming in with the Idris and Tex was like right close to us and we ran into him.
That's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah, I mean it's happened before, but you don't encounter it very often.
Right.
Well, that's why you always told me don't put cruise control on before you meet up with a player. Weak.
Yeah, I hate cruise control. I don't use it at all. I'll never forget that time somebody turned it on my ship and I got in it and I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on?
Decoupled to get you in trouble too.
Yeah. So I can definitely see these missions to be a lot of competition, and beware of pirates when you're doing these. Yeah.
The new event missions that Shadow's doing.
Because you're going down to mining facilities and they're open.
Just like regular planetary.
Mm-hmm.
Landing gear deployed.
Wow. This is like really, really.
Y'all wouldn't leave me one?
That's they need to adjust that. I'm gonna say it. How that how the thrusters are. I get it, it's cool, but there needs to be some adjustments made.
Bottom fuel is at 100%. All systems offline.
Well, to be fair, I'm using keyboard and mouse. I don't know what it's like with using dual joysticks.
With the stick, you gotta constantly compensate for it. Because you're getting drift and everything. So, and the pitch and yaw, it's very unpredictable. Hello.
Hello.
Fire. How was vacation?
It's alright, not too bad.
You're home.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm right. I got sick on vacation.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm okay. My wife got sick also. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well,
It happens.
How did your son and daughter enjoy it?
Oh, they enjoyed it. Of
Yeah.
course they did.
That's
So,
good.
I enjoyed it too. It wasn't bad, other than getting sick, but it happens. So,
So when did you get back?
We got back at 4:30 this morning, or 3:30 this morning.
Ugh.
We left at 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
We drove all the way through. With all the stops, 19 hours, so it wasn't too bad.
Mm.
Y'all
Yeah.
glad to get home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to get off of here. I've got to go tend to my grandson and dogs and stuff, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Take care, Miss Charmy.
I'll catch up with y'all later, okay?
All righty. Take care.
And grab that Doom game.
Yeah, maybe. I gotta wait till I have extra $50 to do that first.
No worries.
I'll talk to y'all later, okay?
All right. Take care now.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let's see how this mission works. So far, so good. But tomorrow, one more run in the Idris before it goes away.
Nice. There you go.
Hello. Somebody came in.
Live or PTU? And hello.
I'm in the PTU and I'm doing the Snowbirds meeting room, checking out the missions. What's up, Tex?
Not much. Just got home and gonna log in, see wherever you were at, and see what we can do together as a group here again.
Morning,
Hey,
Tex.
Tone Fire.
I'm just doing this today, and then tomorrow I will be in the live with the Idris again, and then the Idris goes away. Today I've got to get in Dune because I have some things that I have to get completed today, but I'm not streaming that. It is so far this build is running very well for a build that they put in Evocati. They put this build in Evocati in one day, and the next day they said, okay, we're going to wave 1. And it's running pretty good. Okay, let's drop this. One is not on the grid, I can tell. Okay, everything there. And dropping it down. Got everything.
You have the Asgard, Shadow?
Yes.
Okay. Thought you did.
And looks like this is going to be completed. Pretty good amount of cash. Decent anyway. Contract completed. And let's see if it escalates. So, pretty lucrative amounts for these missions. And we still got all the other ones as normal. And you still got your Wicklow collections, got your Bounty Hunter, Mary's, Alling, same as before.
Got some good news. Payment on your latest contract is on the way. The resources you helped out on were just delivered.
Okay, so how much did it come away with? Okay, pretty good. Not bad payouts on these missions, but like I say, you're going down to mining facilities to pick these up, and you could come into some issues along the way. So,
We'll head on a swivel.
yeah, definitely. And that's pretty much it for this. If anybody's got any questions, comments about 4.2 or 4.2 live or 4.21, still learning about it. I'll be checking it out more and more as it goes along and go from there. So let's see what else. So far, what do you think about 4.2 so far? What do you think?
I don't know. I've only played it for an hour.
Well, just for an hour, what do you think?
It's running nice and smooth. I'm having issues with volumetric clouds, but I'll figure that out.
Oh, with
like
the graphics.
Yeah, it's just a little bit slow getting out of stuff. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but
what do you think about the thrusters? Okay, give me your thoughts.
They changed the thrusters, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So
okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense why I've been running into things.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Everybody's been going through that.
Okay, so that makes sense. The Zeus was flying weird, and I'm like, it's got to be me. And yeah, and I ended up crashing into some hillsides that I normally don't crash into, and I'm like, why is it not stopping like it normally does, or handling like it normally does? So okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
it's not just you. Everybody, it's ship by ship. Everybody's having different things with different ships. My son asked what the 11 in my name stands for. When I created it, it's a code name. So there's a Shadow Spectre 12 and there's Shadow Spectre 11, and they're twins. And I created them to be like intelligence officers as they went through the military, and that's what that is. So it's a code name. That's all. Just something for the story that I created. Go ahead, Far. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I just thought something was wrong with me. I was like, what the heck's going on? But I forgot that they did some flight balancing and flight model training. So I don't see a problem. It's just something I gotta get used to. You know. I mean, the Zeus still stops like it normally does. It's just the thrusters do a little bit wonky things if you're not careful. You know. But it really makes it feel like it's you have some weight to the ship. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it was designed for. Yes.
You know, so
I get it.
You know, just like the Idris, you can tell that there's weight to that ship.
You
know.
He said super cool.
Hey guys, I'm gonna log for a minute. I'll be back on later.
All right.
Later, Tom.
So yeah, like I said, it was just a story that I wrote, and I came up with the idea of having them have code names. So 12 is the brother of 11, and they grew up on Terra and stuff like that, and 12 went his own way and was more of a mercenary type of character and kind of ruthless, where 11 is more lawful and stuff like that. So, and then they meet up and get together and stuff like that, but 11 is the one that started the Snowbirds and things like that. So yeah, that's what that is. Let's see. I'm heading back to New Babbage. But any other things about it? Because, like I say, your ship is not the only one that's doing all this. It's fighters and all sorts of ships are doing the type of stuff.
Yeah, Interesting, but it's not terrible. You know, it's
Well,
just I didn't expect that much of a difference when they said they're gonna do a new flight model.
well, Tone had a massive issue with the whole C when he first got in it, and there's some people that are way upset about it, and there's a big Spectrum post on it now, and
Yeah.
Yogi is trying to do some damage control on it
Right.
at this point, and that's pretty much all it is. It's damage control because now it has to be adjusted. And
Right.
okay,
I
he's
mean, I don't.
smiling
I
on
don't.
his face. He loves it. He created a story for our little org, and we made a bit about it. He loves lore and stories. Oh, slick! I mean, I kind of created my own lore for the Snowbirds and things like that. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that, Bar.
Okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'd like a little bit more of a challenge when you're flying. Um, but it's not terrible. It's 100% doable. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really change too much. I haven't, like I said, I haven't tried anything else. I'm just flying the Zeus right now. But
Take the raft
I'll take
out.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the raft out and check that out. I do want to do some cargo,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see how that goes. Because I expect the ships to feel like ships.
Mm-hmm.
They all can't feel like a nimble fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though the Zeus is kind of like, in between a fighter and a freighter, if you want to say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, yeah.
yeah,
But I'm gonna say this: lighter ships are having a little bit more tougher time.
yeah,
And I mean, now the Asgard has got pretty powerful stuff, but she likes to drift a lot. And if you watch the stream, I'll show it to you. It's
Yeah.
like, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Okay.
yep.
And it just kind of freaked me out.
Yeah. Like the flight model's fine in
But look at
space.
this
They
now.
all handle the same.
I'm not touching the stick. And look at the
Yeah.
drift.
Hold on, let me flip
It's-
this over. Hold on.
It's
Hold on.
crazy.
Yeah. And you're in coupled mode, right?
Yeah. And I mean, it's manageable, but I've got to compensate a lot. And see, if I overcompensate, then I'm flipping around.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I can barely move forward, with the
Yeah.
VTOLs on. I can
Right,
move,
right.
but it's just weird. And this is something that a lot of people are talking about right now.
I mean, you would expect that in atmosphere, because the thrusters aren't going to hold you. The thrusters aren't designed to hold you steady in atmosphere. They're designed to hold you steady in 0G where there's no gravity.
Exactly.
So it
Mhm.
makes 100% sense. Yeah, maybe they got to tweak it a little bit, but it definitely makes sense because you would expect your big ass ship or your little ass ship to float around and move around a little bit. Because those thrusters aren't designed to be in atmosphere.
Exactly.
This is why I say in your hangar they should have 2 moorings, one on either side for tractor beam to grab your ship and then steady it up and you can get out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it does make sense for it to be like that, but
Yeah.
ground turbulence inside a hangar is not realistic.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But you got
Exactly.
thrusters making that turbulence. That's why.
You gotta,
Right.
you know what, Everett? You're right. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah, that's right.
The thrust is making the ship move.
Turbulent. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
now
sense.
It makes more sense now.
You know what I gotta try? I gotta check out. I actually have one of my knobs on my HOTAS. I put to manage the thruster output, so I could actually turn the thrusters down or completely off if I want to. I'm gonna check that out. See if I could adjust the thrusters down in the hangar to see if I get any turbulence problems. You know, still be able to take off, but not have any turbulence issues. I'm gonna have to check that out. I was just thinking about that.
I may also too. I didn't even think about this. The SCM, you know, the velocity meter.
Yeah.
I wonder if
The speed
that
meters.
will compensate with the thrusters. I don't know. I doubt it.
Definitely help. You know, I know there's definitely a separate thruster setting that you could use, which is what I use.
So we all have this adjustable thruster.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, good.
It's
I was
under.
wondering why my ship didn't have that knob. I'm going, what?
Yeah, hold on, I can tell you where it's under. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the keybind real quick. It is under flight movement.
Sounding probably flight controls, right?
Yeah, it's the, let's see, we get the speed limiter, which is that one. There's one's considered speed limiter, and then one's acceleration limiter, which I think the acceleration limiter is the thruster. Yeah, 'cause that one's on a slider, that one's not on the axis, yeah. And there's, I think that was what she was in. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so it's acceleration limiter, but they changed it. It used to say it was thruster limiter.
I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
See how that can be compensated for.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out too. I want to go take my ship into a hangar now.
But I mean, at this point, it's still in its infancy, so
yeah.
You know they're gonna be that Yogi's gonna be working on it to change it.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have to go ship by ship to fix the issue. Go ahead.
Each ship will have that thrust limiter, right?
Oh,
so the bigger the ship, the bigger the thrust.
Yes. Because I know the Idris when I'm lifting it off, even the Polaris. Which, you know what? Since I'm going back here, I'm gonna pull the Polaris real quick and lift her off and see how she acts inside the hangar. I don't have the Idris in the PTU, but I'm gonna check it out. I haven't flown her in live yet, so I don't know. Okay, coming into the hangar.
I bet you all Yogi has to do is do an instructional video how to change those thrust vectors, like what Fire was talking about for the strength, and then all set.
Well, they did. There was a Spectrum post about the about keybinds. something going on with that as well. So okay.
Engines offline. All systems offline.
Actually, you have your ship just landing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go into the flight model, the options, and adjust the vectors for these
Well, let's see.
thrusters.
It should be game settings. Let's see if there's something for that.
You can't pay off a crime stat 3, right?
No, you cannot.
No, you have to work that one off.
Yeah.
I
That's,
found that out.
that sucks. For some reason there were freaking guards outside this bunker and not mixed with the Ninetales guys. Now I have crime stat 3. Wonder why.
Ouch.
That's what happened to the Shadow. They walked right in front of his bullets.
Yes,
Several
they did.
ships with doors open, so I'm gonna try to steal one of them.
I have
I don't care
to.
which one it is.
We'll have to get with our tech on this and find out as well, because it's really weird.
Oh, little hanger. A little. Period.
Tex, how are you feeling
Yes.
about the thrusters?
I haven't noticed it, truthfully.
There's something, like I say, with larger ships, you're going to have more thrust, and it's going to be a little bit more stable, I think. But that's just my thought.
I think it's because when I leave the hangars, I haven't noticed it. I point the nose straight up pretty much and just go straight up and on out.
Letterbox style.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull the Polaris. Do a test real quick.
Cool.
See what we got going on with that.
Better still take a guess.
Yogi has a lot of posts today. I bet he does. Give Chris our 250 and it's all paid off. What are you talking about there?
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Okay. Polaris.
I'm in live, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go do some of these bunker missions.
Oh, it's crime stat level. It don't work like that.
Welcome.
At crime stat 3, you're going in. Been there. First day of the patch fire. Boom. I was in jail.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Yep. I'm on my way to Grimhex right now to go
You
surrender.
you can't even pay it off.
Yep.
I was over at Seraphim and they blew up the ship, and I had to EVA to a pad just to see if I could pay it off. Nope. Go to jail.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Do. Okay, so elevator could be a little bit faster in the Polaris. Okay, let's kick this on and see what we got.
Alright, you want to do any of these bunker missions?
Yeah, as soon as I get out of jail.
Okay.
Okay,
I gotta get
looking
to that
off
first.
inside the hangar and see. Yeah, she does wobble a bit, not by much, but she does wobble a bit. You can see it.
Try going higher.
Oh yeah, there's some wobbling, but not by much. So definitely the size of the ship makes a big difference.
Raise your landing gear, see what happens.
Good point. Gear up. Seems to be pretty stable. Let's take her out. Takeoff and landing are the most important issues. Stepped away. What's up, Road Rash? Let's get her.
Apparently flying a stolen Avenger Titan. I haven't flown one of these in years. Still a good, nimble little ship.
Off.
Five more days. Payday!
Say again? 5 more days? What?
Payday!
Oh, yeah. Same here. Okay. Polaris does have, she's still got her characteristics of mass, but she's a lot, since she's a smaller ship than the Idris, still moves a lot faster than the Idris does, that's for sure. Okay, but I'm gonna set her down on the lake and see how she handles there.
Yeah, that should give you some thruster action on the water, but I think they had that already before, right?
Ground turbulence on the water? On the lake? No. Because remember, it's frozen, so...
Oh, frozen, okay.
Change this coloring. Okay, bringing her down. Whoa! Okay. That's a big thruster change. Not in thrusters. But they, okay, Everett. Now, I was hitting the maneuvering thrusters down, and the nose of the player started dipping.
Mm-hmm.
They said they were going to fix that because people were pointing nose down a lot in capital ships, and they did fix it. And you will drop like a rock if you're not careful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, going to thrusters and setting down the landing gear. Leveling her out.
Yeah, I'm in jail for 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours.
Oh, you're gonna have to start mining.
Yep.
I got out of there pretty quick. How many people did you kill?
I killed 2 by accident.
Oh, that's why.
Yep.
Okay. Just hovering above the lake. She seems pretty stable.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely inside the hangar, with the jet wash and everything, you will notice it. That's where you're going to have your most trouble. It's the jet wash causing the ground turbulence. What do you think?
I would agree with that.
Because it's in a confined space, and that makes sense. Okay, taking it back in and bringing the gear back up, and should be a little bit faster on the rise. But definitely with a bigger ship inside the hangar there, it's much more stable.
We're back.
Mm-hmm. The jet wash should be that way. With the Zeus, it washes really badly in the hangar. Well, yeah, you're gonna have jet wash. So in the confined space, that makes sense, but it shouldn't be that uncontrollable. So I'm just saying they kind of need to adjust that a bit. And it's not a bug, it's just something that they're working on. So it does make sense. Okay, there it is, all the way over there. Okay, coming up on the hangar. And here we go with the doors closing. Need a little bit more time for that, but it is what it is. in. And it moved me. Are you serious? Bringing it in. Oof, bounced it a little bit. Okay, well, that is definitely something to think about. It does have a definite issue inside the hangar because of the jet wash. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because it's an enclosed space.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And shutting her down. But I do think it needs an adjustment for ships. Each ship should not have the same. It should be different. So that's just my thought. Oh, it's almost 12. Almost 2 hours. Okay. Well, I am going to call it on the Snowbirds meeting room. And it is a piece of immersion that was not in the game before. They're gonna adjust it and fix it. It's something new, and it's gonna take a minute to get used to. But
add it with VR and see what happens.
Oh my God. You'll get sick. But I mean, it's something that is, they're trying to make the flight model more realistic, and I get where they're going, and it's something that they're going to have to work on to perfect, but nothing is perfect, so.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
But that's the PTU. That's the new global event, the missions. They're at all 4 planets. Microtech, Hurston, Crusader, and Arcor. Now, I don't know if there's anything going on over in Pyro. I can investigate that, which I will. But right now, that's all I've got on the Snowbirds meeting room, the 4.2.1 and 4.2. Anybody else got any comments, questions about either?
Sure.
Like I said,
Nope.
Fire's just getting into it, so he's just encountering stuff right at this point. Let's see, what else?
SD locations at some point
Say again?
later. I want to go to one of those ASD locations, the raid locations.
Oh, I've been over there.
Yeah.
I went over there, and like I say, in the PTU, and yeah, the PTU is, there's no consequence for the PTU. But going into it in live is going to be a totally different story. I will do it eventually. I'm in no rush for it, but when people go into it, trust me, there will be constant conflict. And there's a lot of people right now who are saying that they want instance events. And they do. They want to be able to go into an event instance with the group and deal with the PvE aspect of it. You will encounter PvP no matter where you go in this game. It can happen. And like I say, I deal with it. It's just that when I'm focused on a mission, there's some times where I get so focused that I forget about the PvP aspect, and it does bug you. It does. You know, but when an org locks the whole thing down and you're trying to enjoy yourself, it's just, a lot of people don't want to deal with it.
Well, there's another way they can add is that you'll have a Vandu or pirates pop into that event to cause some mayhem.
Yeah.
And that way, the other org will have an idea of like, okay, we got to focus on these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of ways that can make it enjoyable for everybody, just not one group, you know, to get the limited rewards. There's plenty of ways that can come up with it, but we'll see. So that is it for me on the Snowbirds meeting room. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I say again, I apologize for it cutting off. I know it wasn't my fault, but still, I apologize. Tomorrow I will be back on Twitch and YouTube and doing some more carrier ops with the Idris before it goes away. So Wednesday I will be streaming early because I have to go out and go grocery shopping. It's that time, Everett. and doing some stuff. And then Thursday I'm going into Dune Awakening and do some stuff in there. And then Friday I'll be back in SC. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a wonderful Sunday. Take care and see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, I forgot. Thanks for Everett, Fire, Tex, Tone, Miss Charmy coming in and giving their thoughts and getting the news of what's been going on with the game. So
Tex?
Yeah, I said Tex.
Oh, I'm kidding.
But anyway, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Take care.
Shadow Spectre 11 hailing. Thank you for the likes and the views. Remember to tickle that notification bell so you won't miss our next videos. Thanks again. Shadow Spectre 11 signing off.